Sorry guys, nag-relive tayo, nag-relive.
Watching us on SNA and on Liga, and all our platforms are available for you. If you're not here at the Mall of Asia Arena today or this weekend, of course, there's always Iwan. You can watch the games and many more Iwan Sports. And it's been the section that we've been talking about for a whole season now. If you haven't downloaded or updated the Iwan app, you can get the app or update it via the App Store or Play Store, or log on to iwan.ph now. And of course, there's more to watch out for now. New original series, blockbuster Pinoy movies, teleseries, live news, concerts. Lahat nasa Iwan yan. Download na, including, of course, Uaap volleyball, which right now is in full effect. Final four action, 17-6. What does FU need to do, Anne, here at this point?
Well, I think apart from the fact that they need to get things together, itong si Coach George also changing up his setter. No? Negrito's now back in. So they're trying to get a feel of who will be able to deliver, but whom I think essentially nakikita natin first things first eh. Walang reception.
And last again in that department.
Gusto natin madali ng sitwasyon. Wala na tayo lang. Wait lang. Gagawin. Release muna tayo bago tayo atake. Diba? Gusto natin ito, diba? Gusto naman natin, diba?
For Anton Montinola, you noticed, Anna, inupo ni Coach George Pascua yung mga players na para siyang change-over style. And he wants them to really just settle down. They only have 6 points, 4 of them via Ateneo errors. They have not been able to have a great first ball. Someone that keeps this alive, and it will make it to the other side. That's a great setup by Negrito for their first attack point here. 7 points for FEU. So 6 attack points for Ateneo, 1 for FEU.
Still not the best when it comes to execution, sumabit sa net, but nonetheless, it is a point coming from their play.
And it's positive because it comes from that timeout of Coach George Pascua. They get a 2-0 run here. So very positive things. Who I mentioned, and si George has this knack for, diba, calling timeouts and
when it's needed and the team responds. But the thing is, this is a 10-point deficit opposed to Ateneo. So they need everything to work smoothly, and it is.
Including that serve. You mentioned that at the pregame. This is going to be important for them. If they can get some free points via the serve, this is important. This is their first 3-0 run here in this match. Good serve by Heather. Chance for FEU. Wong will underhand it to Gaston. Musundot sa block ni Villarreal na Negrito. A broken play almost. And Bonga is able to manufacture an attack.
And this is the thing if you're going up against a team like Ateneo. You know they're very strong when it comes to offense. So if you're the team facing them, you have to make sure that your defense is actually on point. That's it is.
29. Number 4 team. Down 11 here. And again, first ball problems.
So guys, loading. Shit. Mina ka kasi wifi ng kapitbahay namin.
Gaston. Wong will go back to Bongay. That one was rejected by FEU. They get to the double-digit mark. They need to have some positivity here for the Lady Tamaraos. Good block by Negrito.
And for the Lady Damaraos, boom, it is actually their blocking, which has allowed them to score the most. Only one attack point, 3 block points here in this set.
Monga is checked again. PDL. Gaston will send it over. Chance here for the Lady Damaraos. They go to the graduating Jeremy Malabanan. It is wide.
No touch.
Good
Outside.
idea. Her whole family is here. Eight or nine members. I saw them earlier walk into the arena, especially the mom. Big occasion again, especially this is her last run here in the UAP. Charlie will try again. Cross court. Heceliana was there. Anda unable to put it away. Negrito goes to the corner. Samonte chases. Gaston. Buding. Negrito will go the offense. Wong. Good reaction by Negrito. And a chance ball for Ateneo with an 11-point lead. Could not keep it in play.
Just a few inches shy from reaching that ball, but it's a good hustle for FEU.
22-10. That's the biggest lead at 12. Back row. That's out.
Too much errors for FEU.
Ateneo, they win today, they wait till next weekend for the finals. Wong saw that coming from Negrito. And Tolentino. And her attacks today. The evolution of Kat Tolentino throughout her college career after a couple of injuries, 3 major knee injuries, and to come out the player that she is now, her best shape in her UAP career, developed, a back row attack, developed an opposite attack. It's so good for Ateneo.
And this is a good sign because you don't just come back physically stronger, but also mentally stronger.
The most important part. And Ateneo pockets set number 1 in this final 4 matchup between the number 1 team and the number 14 in season 81 of the UAP Women's Volleyball Tournament.
Ang layo ng score guys. Set na tayo guys. Ito. Bakit tumigil? Set to tayo guys.
kids. Go faster stripes and fancy spoilers just won't cut it. Out here, you need to be purpose-built, race-tuned, and ready to perform. This is the first ever Ford Ranger Raptor. It's born Ford Ranger Raptor. It's born ready for anything. You're watching the UAP, and we want to say hello to all the people watching also via live stream on the #1 sports website in the Philippines, sports.abs-cbn.com. And we are available in high definition on SNA HD and Liga HD. And that first set,
Seto na tayo guys, seto.
the FPU fans would have liked and out-attacked, outgunned in that first set.
Only 20 minutes actually that first set, and yun nga, no, it was FEU really trying to find ways on how they can score. They were able to score more when it comes to blocking, but then having just 1 point for offense and giving Ateneo 8 points, it won't equate. I mean, it won't add up. So I think coming into the second set, you know, they need to make sure that they address their first ball problems.
And again, another attack point
First blood.
by the #3 spiker and 4th scorer in the league, Kat Tolentino. Her elevation has improved, her mechanics, her swing in the last 2 years, which really started with Tai Bundit, and you know, she became a better player individually under Tai, developed that back row attack too.
And you see that the reach, you know, she's really trying to go for the highest point
Right.
of the ball, which makes it more difficult for the defense to actually pick it up.
Talaga. Hindi na siya bothered talaga by any physically. And another error here, a net touch.
Violation on
The Lady
Karantang.
Tamaraos. 2-0 Ateneo. Let's go to Sydney Crespo.
Bumanan, the first set wasn't how FEU expected and planned it to be, and Coach George Pasco was quick to call out the girls as it was very evident that they were rattled in set number 1. Instead of focusing on their own points, Coach George observed that the Lady Dams are waiting for Ateneo to make a mistake and take a point off their opponent's errors. That's why in the huddle, Coach George let them all sit and close their eyes to refocus and get back to the game. He calmly said to the Lady Dams to forget set number 1 and show no mercy to Ateneo in the next three sets. Bumanan?
Yun nga. Yun ang pinoint out nga ni Ann, no, Sid, yung the points were really mostly from the errors of the Eagles.
Captain, Balabanan.
The funny thing is, okay, so the first elimination round matchup was the 5-setter. They were up 2-0, and Ateneo has won twice this year, coming from behind as Tolentino continues to pound the pavement. The second matchup was the 3-setter that FEU lost. At that time, they were 6-4, and then they ended up, as you saw in our team standings, 9-5. That was the catalyst for FEU to turn around that second round of theirs, to only lose 1. Parang Coach George Pasco had to regroup the girls because it wasn't only a sweep; it was the way they were swept in that match, and that turned them around. So now they have to do it right away here in this game, because again, they lose today and they go home for season 81. 3-1 is our score. Let's go to Franny Reyes right now.
Di ako sanay na wala sa finals, so dapat masanay na kayo. This was how Coach O motivated the girls. Of course, he's coming from a winning record with the men's volleyball team of Ateneo. He wants his girls to play with that mindset. Now, we saw great defense on the part of Ponggay Gaston. If you remember the start of the season, her defense has improved a lot since then. You know, she started as a mid-blocker, but she wanted to be a champion. So she trained, became a libero, and just kept getting better. It's that drive for winning that keeps her going, and it's what's motivating the Lady Eagles today. In the second set, we can expect them to watch their errors, better communication, and higher intensity. Back to you guys.
Well, you mentioned, Franny, the winning ways of Coach Oliver Almagro, as right now we are 3-2. Rally going on. Gaston, Coach Oliver Almagro, 5 straight finals as a wall was provided there by Maddie and Jules. They both fall down. Maddie awkwardly getting up, but the point will go to Ateneo here. 4-2. Let's look at that again. Nakita. And that's always scary when these things happen, of course, in the net. Anyway, Coach. And made the move to the women's division. Now back in the final four for the women's division. To support what Franny was talking about earlier. Cayuna. Villarreal. Cayuna will reverse. Heather. Soft attack. Too easy for Ateneo to get. Bongay finds a spot. Behind the blockers. Coach George disagrees. Coach Ray Diaz here beside us. Looking for a lift, I believe, and
Let's take a look at that again.
parang tips eh.
Oh, it's like a tip.
legit, yeah, no?
But again, it's that space in the middle na hindi nako-cover ng FEU. We've seen quite a few points taken from that spot.
And another point off another error of Ateneo. That's why Coach George here, who's almost beside us and in our broadcast position, even with the score, even with the point that they score, he's shaking his head. Because that's what he said in the timeout. That's what Sidney Crespo mentioned in her report. That's what we're only getting points from errors. Service ace.
Heather Ginoo.
Heather Ginoo, who continues to serve great from that LaSalle game.
Well, right now, FEU needs to find a bright spot.
A spark.
Oh, and a spark. Take advantage of that. Because Ateneo, we've seen this team, kaya nilang manalo even coming from behind. So, FEU needs to play a bit more steady, a bit more organized, more confident.
6-4.
Back to serve.
Graduating alongside Hegeliana and PDL. Cayuna has to chase for this one, and she will be called for an error. She actually touched the net.
On Cayuna.
Coach George says Obet did not see it, the second referee, but Coach Oliver from the opposite side saw. So Oliver is gonna call Jerry Manabanan, the captain.
Hindi ko pipituan yon kung hindi ko nakita. Net touch si Cayuna. Hindi ko pipituan yon kung hindi ko nakita. Kasi sabi kay coach, relax lang siya.
Let's look at that. Coach Obet. There's no touch according to that angle. Now, what Coach George Pasqua is saying, that I should stop saying Coach Obet. Referee Obet Javier, because she is a coach, was on the other side and did not call anything. Wala siyang nakita. Si referee James Oliver Mora called the touch. Nevertheless, after all of that, it's a point for FEU. 5 will be serving 7. Samonte will sit down. Danny Candler, the rookie, will come in. Tap from behind. Scores again.
No coverage for FEU.
8-5. We'll be back.
Back to the game. Tina Wong to serve.
Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena, 8 will be serving 5. Oh, that's the first solid attack that we've seen from any player from FEU. That's Kyla Tienza, yung kapalitan ni Buding Duremdes sa libero position last year or the last previous years for FEU. She was part of the team who, by the way, in the first round last year, season 80 beat Ateneo, diba? They broke an 8-game winning streak of Ateneo that I think went all the way back to season 75 of the UAP. They did not beat Ateneo until last year. First round, Jem Ferrer.
Sarap ng kain.
Tan. Not even watching, they're just eating.
They're just eating. Sarap kumain. Boom.
Yeah, mabigay ka naman. Malabanan saves it. Malabanan saves it again. Kayuna. This is only a 1-point game now. Kayuna will go for the attack, but Wong anticipated it. Ginoo sends it to the other side. Longest rally we've had so far, and Tolentino is able to finish the play with her 10th point on her 8th attack.
And you see Coach George at the sideline giving reminders to Ronquillo na tigasan ng kanyang braso pagdating sa depensa.
She's a rookie, and she is a skinny rookie. We've seen a lot of rookies like that to become stronger and better as the years go by. That's a positive sign for FU. Medyo, there's a little more energy right now on the FU side as you look at Coach Oliver Almatro.
Finally, we saw some smile kasi yun yung sobrang wala, hindi natin nakita in the first set.
Took a while for them to settle down here in Final Four. Kayuna. Wong. Buding. Kayuna. Combination play. And Quinoa is able to find a donut hole. So for the first time, FEU has tied the match here in the second set, and positive signs now. Earlier you see FEU flatlining, now you see some kick in their game right now.
And these points actually coming from plays being delivered in the middle for FEU.
And they're earning it now. It's not off errors. Alabana will have to send it to the other side. Wong sets up Cat. Return to Ateneo. Underhand. Candler. That is out.
No touch. Outside.
And for the first time in this match, wait, Oliver Mora is going to talk to the linesman here and to our second referee. Let's listen in.
Ano nakita mo? May check talaga? Ikaw, wala.
So check ball is the call. So check that. No lead for FEU. The lead goes back to Ateneo. Ten will be serving 9. Now we have a match.
Now serving. Better game. A little bit more confident here for the Lady Tamaraos.
And the crowd has really gotten into it now. That's going to hit the corner. 11-9.
When you're at the service line, it's not just about bringing the ball to the other side. Sometimes, kailangan hanapin mo rin.
Babagsak talaga eh. Yung bola. EDL. From afar. Cuts it a little bit. EDL will set it to Tolentino. Tolentino will push it. Duremdes. Kayuna will reverse it to Ginoo. Ginoo delays her jump.
Net touch.
And somebody scraped the net. It was Maddie, I believe. That was the one called for that?
Yep. And it was an obvious one.
That's just great adjustment by Heather Ginoa. They need her here. FEU does. Be more assertive. It's a good serve by Jeremy Malabanan to get a service
Catch and
ace.
throw.
So we're all
Violation
tied up
on
at
Matayang.
11 here.
Definitely a better set for FEU. And so far, we've seen it, the change when it comes to their serve, their offense, even their blocking and their defense.
Shell. Miscommunication between Cayuna and Carandang. Did you hear the reaction of the crowd? There's like, yung parang the groan, yung pain. Nung FU side na parang, sayang.
No, but it seemed like it was a good play.
Yes. So Ateneo regains the lead, 12-11. Sights and sounds here at the Mall of Asia Arena of the fans. Ronquillo hits the antenna.
Outside, off
She
the
looks a
attack.
little nervous, Anne.
She
Again,
does.
this is a first Final Four experience for her. Played very well against LaSalle, and she's had a great season for a rookie.
But it happens. I
But
mean,
yes.
everything is
Right.
also new. You're at the Mo Arena, look
Right.
at the crowd. They are in a different situation. I mean, they're going up against a team they
Number
need
one
to beat
team.
twice.
Yes. Like we said, it is
Pino.
Heather that has to really tow this team.
And she's been the go-to girl for Cayuna.
So last year, you don't want it to be your last game. You want to go out swinging. That's what she did right there. 12 serving 13. Out. What has happened here?
Outside.
Anong nag-iba para sa FEU at anong nag-iba para sa Ateneo in your eyes, Anne?
So I think, for one, FEU has managed to minimize their errors. But somehow, itong errors na to, boom, it seemed to have shifted on the side of Ateneo with the net violations and even the attack errors that we didn't see much of in the first set.
Arlie Hernandez, the service specialist. Puding. Shell will go to Villarreal, dumps it to the other side. Bongay from behind. Puding. Cayuna reverses. Heather again. A good pickup there by Tolentino. Gandler with a tough angle, and she gets the point.
Off the block.
All right, at our Gatorade hydration checkpoint. And speaking of rookies, that should be good for her confidence in her first Final Four battle in her college career. 6 errors, by the way, for Ateneo in this set.
And that has been the problem of FEU in the previous set. So yun nga, now it has shifted on their side. It would be interesting to see how quick they turn things around.
A great reaction by Ginoa to keep that ball alive. Miss hit by Bongay.
And we've seen these attack errors from Ateneo, hitting it straight to the net or lumalabas yung bola, too long.
The basketball team, members of the basketball team, are in attendance. Ginoa, 7 points here. That will sail out 2 aces for her. 1 block, 4 attacks. For the number 7 scorer in the league. Ateneo serving 15-14 here. Cayuna tries to chase. Again, first ball problem. 16-14 will be the score. Technical timeout. We will be back.
Technical timeout.
So the basketball players of Ateneo are in attendance. So for the FEU Tamaraos here on this Final Four
Still serving
stage
for the Lady Eagles.
for women's
Maddie
volleyball.
Matayang.
We're seeing current athletes, past greats. We'll be back here tomorrow again for the NU Adamson match for the men's Final Four. And then, of course, the UST LaSalle match, number 2 and number 3. Bong. Bong guy is checked. No fly zone, says Jel Cayuna. And Coach George Pascua with a little pump fist. A fist bump here on the side.
And that helps them mentally, Sometimes getting a point coming off a block gives you a boost of confidence.
That's Net Villarreal pala who got that block. 50 will be serving 16. Great set, better set for FEU here in the second. The rookie. Good serve. Pongay again.
Ayuna!
Denied entry. 16 all. Hindi pa makalamang dito FEU, but they've been sticking around. Celebrating the points now. FEU are smiling. They're totally different set here. What a serve by Ronquillo. Tolentino from behind. Villarreal, Cayuna, Malabanan goes long on her attack in the first lead for the FEU Lady Tamaraos. After all of that. And Coach O will call his first timeout, actually.
Timeout, Lady Eagles.
Makapal, di ba? O ba't ka pa nag-expect dito? Kaya layo-layo pa ng bola pinanggagalingan. Girls, yung bola dumadating sa ating magkaang. We have to move right away. Okay, now, pag nasa atin ang bola, huwag natin madirin si Dina. Dina, tingin ka agad sa block. Sino advantage mo? Hindi ka pa sa set ng set. Always 10% lagi. Hindi tayo, hey. Don't do what is easy. Do what is hard.
The number 1 team. Daniel Krishnan is in the house. Former FEU courtside reporter who has gone on in her TV career now and very happy for her, proud of her.
Ronquillo
And
for the
also
Lady
happy
Tamaraos.
to always see her. 11,000 strong today here for Final Four. As I said earlier, first time to get the lead in this match for FEU. A chance to bat on to that. Malabanan. Dive by Ravena. Gaston. Hernandez. Cayuna goes behind to Gino. It's back with FEU. Cayuna. Malabanan in the middle. Puts it away. And a 2-point lead for the Lady Tamaraos. And their crowd comes alive.
And in cases like that, tibay yung kailangan. Just look at how they really try to keep the ball alive, and Malabanan finding that corner.
That's the mom, as I said. The whole family is here for the Malabanan. 3-point lead for FEU, and Coach O will make some changes here. Jaja Maraginot getting ready to come in for Dina Wong.
Substitution, Ateneo. Jaja Maraginot in for
19
Dina Wong.
serving 16. FEU. A nice run here for themselves. France Ronquillo looking to pad on to this 5-0 run. She's been serving well. Bongay stops the bleeding.
Through the block. Finally gets that ball through.
Yung mga ganun serve din ni France, makakabigay ng kumpiyansa rin sa kanya sa laro niya yun, ano?
Now serving.
Bongay cuts that run,
Maraginot.
breaks that run, and Maraginot is on deck. 17 will be serving 19. That is out. That's probably adrenaline. And
Adrenaline, it's usually tough. We always say that we're in a very cold venue. You come off the bench, malamig ka pa.
Substitution, FEU. Karina,
Karandang is back here.
back in the game.
Riley Hernandez will go back to the bench. And Villarreal will serve. Safe serve. Coach George looking for a double there. That set.
Bea De Leon seals the net.
Interesting. Let's look at that again. Ay, hindi. Ito na pala yung winning point.
But BDL being the aggressive blocker that she is.
Oh, regalo. Coach George thinks that the ball sank in the hands of Jaja Maraginot in that play earlier. Ronquillo. That's out. But,
A check called on our linesman.
yeah, linesman dito sa right side calls a check.
May check pa talaga, may check. Ha? May check talaga. Check. Check talaga. Check wala.
No touch. Outside.
It's out.
You see, here in these volleyball games, it's not just the players who are under pressure.
You took the words out of my mouth. They are under the gun, under the magnifying glass, under the microscope, and under extreme pressure. The linesman and the referee. You know, mababa. Let's see if Coach George will call a timeout as we're tied here at 20 all. 3-0 run, counter
Timeout.
run by Ateneo.
FEU.
Mabayaw ko na si referee. Nanintindihan ako na referee. Just play our game plan. Basta nandun pa rin dapat yung focus natin. Kung tayo mawawala ron. Okay? Manag? Then keep talking girls. Keep talking lang. Yun ang importante. Para malesin natin yung discrimination. Malesin natin yung... Then laban. Kaya ninyo girls. Kaya ninyo. Maniwala lang kayo. Execute lang yung plan natin. Ha? Okay, let's go.
Jeremy Malabanan on your screens, the captain playing in her final year and doesn't want to play her final game here in season 81.
Ranked number 22 in terms of the scorers here in this season with a total of 119 points. Today we're actually waiting for her to score more of the points for the Lady Tamaraws.
Good reaction by Karandang. That is in.
Jen Cayuna.
Great timeout again by Coach George Pascua.
And Coach George has been consistent on that.
Even last year he did that very well. You saw that he's been doing it since in the men's. He's done it in the commercial leagues also. You know, he's back here at FEU for a reason. He was brought back here for a reason. Tolentino eases up on that attack. Cayuna. Back to Ginoo. Maraginot with the answer. Crawls to the other side. Buding to Malabanan. Ateneo on the attack here this time. Gandler. Ginoo will try. Off speed. Jaja will go up to Gandler again. And she puts that one away. And we're tied once more. 21 all.
Gandler never leave her without a blocker.
Remember, this was the girl who started the season for Ateneo. Fudgy Bar Obar Sasaya. She was part of the starting six. There was a lot of talk and hype prior to the season.
Now serving. Captain.
And Coach O went with the veterans eventually, especially Jules Samonte. Used her as the starter. Ronquillo. Ginoo. It's too soft. Malabanan on the other side. Cat. Checked by Ginoo. As FEU retains the lead. 22-21. We are in a battle here in the second.
And Ginoo carrying much of the load here for the Lady Tamaraws.
Siya talaga eh.
Oh, and this should be a good rotation for FEU if that is the case because Ginoo is in the front row.
Carandang and Ronquillo. Full front line for Cayuna.
Let's see.
It's Ronquillo this time, able to check Kat. They go to the other side to Vanny. Finds a spot. 2 straight points for her.
Vanny has been very smart targeting the down-the-line area, and this time around opting for a drop ball. Look at that, behind the blockers.
That was a wise decision. The veterans cheering on the rookie in this Final Four. 22 all. And Coach George will ice the server first. The server is Kat Tolentino.
Dadalawa lang yung striker. Si Cedar nasa harap. Pwede ka mag-run. Cedar lang dito sa harap. Pwede ka down the line. Outside. Elis. Down the line. Ngayon, pag binigay si Tolentino, isa natin ang down the line. Si Putin ang bahala rito sa office niya rito sa down the line. Sir, depensa sa likod. Angel, depensa rito sa office. Dalawa lang. Dalawa lang. Dalawa lang.
Another timeout by Coach George. I believe that is his second already. See if it produces a point. Ices Kat Tolentino for a while.
Up to serve.
See how this turns out. It's
Tolentino.
22 all, set number 2. Ateneo with a 1-set-to-love lead. Kat. Buding. Gel. Sinenyasan si Carandang.
Carandang.
Good pass.
No blocker. They did not expect Sarina there. Safe serve by Carandang. Raginot. Run and gun.
Matayag.
For Manny.
Through the block.
Matayag and 23 all here.
But for FEU, boom, what has helped them in this set was that
Danny
apart from their floor
Gambler,
defense,
officer.
they tried to match Ateneo pagdating sa net. Now with 3 block points in this set.
4 points on 4 attacks for Gandler. Great exposure here in the Final Four. Elise Ronquillo, unable to put it away. Maraginot with the chase and a chance ball for FEU. Who will Cayuna choose? She goes to Villarreal. Regalo. Set point for FEU. Good anticipation there. And really guiding the ball to the right spot for Net Villarreal. And it is Coach O's turn to call a timeout and ice Heather Ginoo.
Watch it. Watch it. Let's do what is right. Let's do what is right. Okay. Again. Nasa harap ka. Eh, hindi na ready. Baka ibalik ka ha. Kaya mo abutin yan ha. Abot tayo. Okay, palitan mo ha. Okay. Again. Again. Nasa atin ang bola. Dahan-dahan tayo. Nandiyan pa si Maggie. Ponggay. Walang easy ball. I don't want easy ball. We have to be persistent. Atake o atake. Kumo-direct tayo. Now, pag things doesn't go away, we have to adjust. Hey, girls. Just keep passing it, ha? Okay tayo, ha? Ask for it. Ask for it.
Coach O will bring back Dina Wong, if I'm not mistaken, for this play. Set point for FEU. Maraginot will go out.
And we heard him, he's always saying, don't do what's easy, do what is right. So let's see if the team can execute just as he said.
Heather with a great serve. Gaston. And they're going to give the point to FEU. It's a net block, 4 touches, and FEU is alive here in the Final Four. 1-1.
Set 3 na guys, set 3.
Minutes in the first set, and 15 minutes more in the second set, with FEU bouncing back and winning 25-23. Now, before that, FEU has lost 7 straight sets to Ateneo this year because nga, diba, the first round, 2 sets down, and then the sweep. What did it in that second set for FEU? How did they come back alive here?
Well, in set number 1, they only scored 1 attack point. This time around, they scored 11. It's a little bit close with the 13 that Ateneo produced. But in terms of blocking also, Boom, they really made themselves felt by Ateneo in that area. But I think what made it a little bit easier also for FEU was the fact that Ateneo had 9 errors in that second set.
And really, it came in those parts where you could have, I guess, killed the confidence of your opponent, pero nabuhay yung FEU. And they started to believe from around that 17-16 point, when they had that 3-point lead, they kind of started to believe, okay, now we're in this.
And you saw it now. I mean, I'm sure everybody saw it. Like their eyes, the body language.
It changed totally. The fans got into it. The coach was pumping his fist, Coach George. So now we are at 1-1, and FEU getting the first point here in set number 2. And they showed, you know, these veterans from FEU showed some pride in that set number 2 and some fight. Now, how will Ateneo respond? That is what we're going to see here in set number 3. Buding. Mababa pero lumusot. Karandang. Tolentino. That is out.
Good try by Karandang.
Sometimes all you need in volleyball, because it's such a quick game, is a little burst, a little spurt, a little run to change the complexion of the game. What seems to be so lost now in that first set, where they were down by 12, as much as 12. Nothing going. 1 attack point, did you say, in that first set?
Yes, just 1 attack point for FEU.
10 more in set number 2. Samonte, mababa.
And these are the things that weren't happening as much with Ateneo in the first set. Yung mga attack errors na yan, hindi natin yan nakita. But maybe the way FEU played in the second set also cast some doubt, you know, in the way Ateneo plays. Captain,
Second win,
Malaban,
Sidney Crespo,
back at
who
the
is
line.
for sure happy after that second set win.
With FEU finally bringing some fire in the game, it was still Heather Quino's variation that started the spark for the green and gold squad. For Heather, it was only this year in her fifth playing year where she felt 100% confident in her decision-making, letting her variations be effective for the team. She said in the last 4 years, she wasn't as efficient in reading plays of the other team, hence today she will surely maximize this skill to lead her team to another win and give the FEU community another chance to the finals bid. Bumanan?
I like that you pointed that out, Sydney, because you and I, Anne, have covered her whole collegiate career, and that is probably the description in the first 4 years. There are times that she was tentative about herself. She wasn't as confident. This is the year where you saw her that there is confidence. And all it has to is to come out. And it really came out this year for Ginoo. And they wanted in this match too to extend this to a knockout on Wednesday. Let's check with the other side. Franny Reyes from the Ateneo side.
That was a rocky set for the Lady Eagles. FEU was able to adjust and challenge Ateneo's defense. Now, Bea De Leon has been a steady force for them, really living up to her role as captain, even though she wasn't used as much in practice last night. But we also saw rookies take over in that set like Vanny and Jaja, showing the vets that they've got their back. If the Lady Eagles want a better third set, they need to continue that momentum from the rookies. And according to Coach O, also re-anchor themselves and go back to their fundamentals. You know, breathe. He's been talking to them about their mentality and their mindset because he believes that focusing and having the right mindset will help them win today's game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Franny. And speaking of BDL, she has 8 points on 5 attacks and 3 aces in this match. A double contact will be called on Dina Wong.
Touch and throw violation on Wong. That may have been too much of a stretch for Wong.
He was out of position. Still tough to call. She was out of position there. Tried for the reverse all the way to the other side. Ayuna picks it up. Ginoo. Elise Ronquillo. Wong will bump it up. Tinulak pa kabila. Nasa panig ng FEU. Ginoo, sinuntok. Papunta kay Pongay. Madaya dumps it to the other side. Kayuna. Palitan lang tayo dito. Cat with the solid hit this time.
Through the block.
Through the block. 5-3 for the #1 team.
Right now, it's really nothing fancy for Ateneo, but they are going to their high percentage attackers.
12 puntos para sa mga De Leon. De Leon, Madayag, De Leon, sorry, and Tolentino. Leon's behind the Tolentinos there in that picture earlier. Buding chases. Heather goes cross court. Cat takes it. Samonte with the approach. Elise Regalo. And a 3-point lead for Ateneo here in set number 3.
Wong right there at the right place at the right time.
Tolentino serving 6-3. That's too low. Oh, but somebody touched?
That's a check.
And actually checked. Set was a little bit low, actually. Let's look at that again. Scraping the fingertips. Sana may mishit din talaga si Villarreal. Wasn't set for her really perfectly.
That was a lucky point.
Good enough. But that was set perfectly by Dina Wong to the graduating Maddie Madayaga. Net had the right idea. She was just late by a split second on that block attempt. 7-4. Ginoo. Pongay. Werding keeps it alive. Ginoa will send it to Elise. Hekiliana. Back to Gaston. Nobody behind. Yes, Ginoa was actually there for coverage. Wong. Matayag again. Kayuna. Heather. Back to Bongay. Wide on the cross court. Actually long on the cross court.
That was a good run, though, for both teams.
Nearly.
Now serving.
Long.
Runs. Ronquillo.
7-5 is our score. East. Rocky. Ginoa pops it up.
Oh,
Still alive with a left hand for Ginoa. Gaston. Ronquillo. Kayuna. Run and gun. It's checked by Bongay.
with the block. Blocking now working for Ateneo again.
8-5. One of three players graduating for this batch of Ateneo Lady Eagles. It's Maddie, BDL, and Hekiliana.
Now finishing number 10 in terms of the scorers here, the UAAP, 163 markers. And obviously one of the best when it comes to blocking.
She's on deck to serve now. 8-5. Set 3, we're tied at 1-1. And they keep targeting ito si Ronquillo wherever she is for the first ball. Release from behind. And De Leon able to find another spot there. 9 points for BDL.
And Wong with 16 excellent sets in this match. And 3 points to go along with that.
Biggest lead of the set, 9-5. Wong.
Back in.
Serving 5, rotation error, and that was that's painful because that ball went out, I believe.
Yeah, could have been their point easily.
Coach Ray Diaz, assistant coach Ray Diaz of FEU is confirming that and saying that it wasn't, it shouldn't.
Tama naman eh.
There's no violation. So that should be a let ball, but yun nga yung masakit doon.
Coach, paki-rectify
na. Kahit na.
Positional fault talaga.
Hindi,
Eto.
Let ball. It was a mistake made by the referee.
Yan, i-correct natin. I-correct natin. Hindi pwedeng lalapit yung coach doon. Ha? Sige ha.
Okay, so
Yellow card
warning,
called
called on head coach
on
George
second
Pasqua.
year coach George Pasqua.
You can hear the crowd cheering on. But I guess, Boom, at this point, what matters is for FEU to manage to get a point.
And the players should stay focused. It's good reaction. No, but they're gonna call a lift. They're gonna call a lift. Obet Aviero's the one. Actually, no, it's a legal hit. It was like step down pala. Ayun, Obet showing that EDL stepped over.
Or may have crossed the line.
Ayun,
Yes.
si Ponggay. Ayun, pareho pala sila.
The whole foot on the other side of the court.
So we go back to what George Pasco was saying in the previous timeout. Let me worry about the referees. The players have to stay focused. And unfortunately, they sent that serve out.
And in cases like this, I mean, they had a very bad first set. Nabawi na ng second set. In the third set, I guess there's that danger that Ateneo will, manage na bawian sila. So kailangan gumising kailangan bawian sila agad. So FEU has to be steady all throughout the set.
Wow. Couple of service errors here. Bigaya ng puntos. So that means 7 will be serving 11. Here on the side, Coach O is calling a play. Coach George naman is telling the girls to focus. Aika Ebon in uniform but will not play today. Agudo with a very good first serve, or very good serve rather. Sorry, was that Negrito or
Agudo?
It was Agudo.
Yes.
Ivana Agudo. Nakita ko kasi tumakbo si Negrito pa ikot-ikot.
Sharing the joy.
Celebrating.
I mean, at this point, Boom, kahit paanong paraan, basta makapuntos.
They need it, yes.
Lady Eagles.
Lady Eagles call a timeout here. Down 3.
Huwag masyadong malayo. Naintindihan? And you have to move right away. Now, you have to ask yourself, akin to. Bigay ko to. Bigay mo sa akin. That's it. We have to do self-talk. You understand? When pag nasa atin ang bola, huwag natin madaliin. Alamin ka agad yung transition. Again, pumesa tayo na maayos. Expect. Okay? Ask for it.
Ateneo's lead is down to 3 is what I wanted to say. As FEU is chasing here 8, will be serving 11. Ivana Agudo continues to do so. Samonte with a better first ball. Buding will go back to Heather. Cross court and it drops in.
Ginoo goes cross-court.
Heather Ginoo with 9 points in this match. That is a great angle, and Ponggay thought it was going to sail out. Down 2 are the Lady Eagles. Are the Lady Damaraos rather. Lady Eagles lead is down to 2. Ravenna will send it for a high sky ball. Negrito, Karandang with a push. Negrito will open to Malabanan. Ravenna will set it. Ponggay, that's low.
Not over.
3-0 run. No, check that. That's a 5-1 run all in all, because we were at 10-5 kanina, no?
And you see the players on the floor for Ateneo, they're trying to calm themselves down.
Tolentino,
Back to you.
access denied. And 11 all. And FEU crawls back into this match. After battling with the referees earlier, they've regained their focus. And have now taken over the lead.
And what FEU has been taking advantage of, it's their strong and consistent serve. They've really challenged the first ball of Ateneo.
Which is again, going back to our conversation in the pregame, that will be essential to them because they need all the free points that they can get as BDL fights back and gets it to tie again, 12 all. Bumping up her team. Stay positive here. One set all, 12 all. Cannot be any tighter than this in the final four right now. Negrito sends it to the other side. That's tough. Oh, that is tough. That's a...
And from the release of the ball, no topspin at all from Malabanan.
13-12. Bongay Gaston now on deck to serve. It's good serve. Buding is there to dig though. Or to receive rather, and BDL responding again. The lead is back to 2. Right at our Gatorade hydration checkpoint. Coach George calls the timeout.
Hindi na puro diretso. So, hindi lang kayo pag nag-trap lang. I-trap mo lang. Okay? Nandun yung receipt natin. Ano natin? O back quick. Yung outside, punta kayo dito para nandun yung dalawang blocker eh. Okay? Diwanag. Then execute lang. Diwanag. Girls, checkayin muna natin sa block. Depensa sa taas. Depensa sa... Baba. Pag nagbalik ka...
14-12 is our score. Here's that block by BDL on Sarina Carandang.
That's Arcelia, goalkeeper of the Ateneo football team.
In attendance, the football players are also here.
It's nice to see that, you know, a lot of the athletes like really support fellow athletes from the other sports.
Good timeout again by Coach George Pascua. Freezing or icing the server, which forced Gaston to serve a long ball.
Substitution, FEU.
So the lead is down to 1.
And Ronquillo. In for Agudo and Negrito.
Jeremy Malabanan. FEU, their 5th straight Final Four appearance. 22 overall. Cayuna with a pickup. Ronquillo did not force the issue and gets a point and ties it again at 14.
Sometimes it's the simplest things that can get you the point.
That's in.
Service, ace.
Seemed like it was on its way out, but the ball still found its place.
So FEU takes over the lead, and at 15-14.
And if you're an FEU fan, this is the kind of game you want to see from the Lady
Ateneo.
Tamaraos.
Danny Gandler backing for Samonte.
Gandler is back. She had a great showing in that second set, even if they lost that one. 3-0 counter run by Malabana. Reverse set. Tolentino forces that one. They're going to pound that ball to get the side out. As I said, Ateneo, 10th straight Final Four appearance, 11th overall. They made their first in Charo Soriano's last year in season 70. Then they missed it in season 71 the next year. And then, of course, the Fab Five happened and tuloy-tuloy na. And nag-Final Four itong mga to until, of course, the Eliza Valdez era. Did not make the finals last year. Booted out by this team. The FEU Lady Tamaraos. 15 all. Ronquillo, soft attack. Nagulat yata ang nasira yung timing ni Gantler dun sa soft attack na yun. So second technical timeout, it is FEU with the lead, 16-15.
Sorry guys, may yung wifi ng kapitbahay namin. May kasing wifi ng kapitbahay namin. Nakikiconnect lang ako. Okay lang po ba kayo dyan? Yung mga nanonood?
Well, you just missed a Serena Carandang ace and a 2-point lead for FEU here. And Vanny Gandler will go back to the bench as soon as she checked in, she was the one being targeted by the servers of FEU. Tolentino fires a bullet to answer back.
He needed that point. Right away.
Nobody having any clear edge in the last two sets in terms of momentum. Ateneo ties it again at 17 after that error.
Ayuna and Ronquillo did not connect in that play. Sayang yung gano'n, no? Especially in a set as close as this.
And another service error by Ateneo. 3 service errors here in the set, giving another point. To FU 18-17. Heather Ginoa, that's a 2-point lead for the FEU Lady Tamaraos right now. You know what I feel like what's happening? FEU is really lulling Ateneo into their kind of game.
So far, it has worked.
Right? Because the first set was the Ateneo kind of game. We're going to attack. We're going to keep the pace going. We're going to block. In the last 2 sets, it seems like FEU is just lulling Ateneo to this pace, to this kind of game, and
Substitution.
taking the lead at the perfect time. Ito na naman tayo sa 3-point lead nila, katulad ng set number 2.
So more than Ateneo dictating the pace, now what FEU is trying to do is make Ateneo react to the things that they're doing.
It's a good point. 3-point lead. And a good serve again by Ginoo. Raagas is in the ball game for the first time, and that hits the antenna. And that is now the biggest lead of FEU in any set, in either set 2 or set 3. The coach O is forced to call a timeout.
Come on! No problem, just believe.
what is FEU doing right here in this latter part of the set? And as we are at 21-17, that's the guy who was celebrating earlier in the men's volleyball team.
Solid.
Is with Ray Diaz, the coach, of course, kanina as they enter the finals for the first time since 2013. In the meantime, yung lady counterparts nila, lamang ng apat, what are they doing right now?
I think for one, at the service line, kung papansinin natin, even Agudo earlier had a good run at the service line. And that, making sure na may karga yung serve nila, pinahirapan ng Ateneo. And Ginoo earlier in that run was the same case. And I think, the fact that now they're getting smarter in terms of how they deliver their offense to Ateneo, hindi lang basta-basta papalo.
And it's Ginoo again delivering. That is her 12th point in the match and the biggest lead of FEU in this whole match at 5-22-17.
And she's still at the service line, Boom.
And she is one of the better servers of FEU. And then,
I jinxed it, did I? Hopefully not.
I'll take it, Anne. Just saying, one of the better servers of FEU.
She's been there for a while
Quite a while.
So she's been consistent. Maybe that's adrenaline.
So now it's 18-22. Good serve by Samonte. Cayuna goes on the offense. Wong, Gaston, Wooding. Samonte dives. Gaston will attack. Malabanan has been steady there, the back row. Elise is sent back. Cayuna checks her runner. It is Villarreal who scores on the run and gun.
Cayuna has been making good calls when it comes to the plays that they've been executing.
The FEU crowd here is outnumbered, and they're all standing up here behind us.
And why not? This is
a 5-point lead.
A 5-point lead.
At a crucial juncture of the match, too. It is an 8-3 run for FEU. Make that 8-4 after that Maddie kill. Remember, Ateneo only needs to win today to make it to the finals. They've had the twice-to-beat advantage in season 74, 75, 78, and 79. They have not lost when they have the twice-to-beat advantage. They've always made it to the finals when they've had the twice-to-beat. Gaston is sent back. She goes long, but it's too long. She made the adjustment after the block, but it was too long. And now, back to a 5-point lead, and more importantly for FEU, set point and a 2-1 possible lead here in their Final Four matchup.
Point.
Gaston again. Cayuna to Heather. Samonte solid on the dig. Gaston will try through the block. Ronquillo. Pinamigay ni Cayuna. At nautakan sila ni Wong, saving a set point.
With a 1-2 play.
What action here. Coach George will call a timeout. He wants a sure offensive set here.
Kaya niyo yan, natin niyo. Sino Ateneo fans dito? Sorry talaga guys Humingi na yung wifi ng kapitbahay namin. Nakikiconnect lang po ako. Wala na po. Lag na po ako. sira talaga ng wifi ng kapitbahay namin.
Lumalaban na.
It's the last summer after high school
Ads muna
ends.
tayo, guys.
Everyone asks, what are you going to do with your life now?
Phoebe, I was wondering if maybe you wanted to hang out.
No, come on, I'm not actually gonna go out with him. No, he's successful and he's hot. Gross.
One last summer. The last chance to go all in.
I wanted to see you before we both leave for school.
I gotta go.
I mean, what's there to lose, right?
It's tough. Heceliana with a tough dig. Gaston, too high. Cayuna pushes Carandang away. Heceliana will send it to Tolentino. Nobody home. And here come the Lady Eagles. Down 5, now down 2.
And for FEU, now is not the time for them not to communicate. Nakita natin, no, at that point, they were all just staring at each other.
Kaya ko lang, guys.
In the second set, 35 minutes in the third set, both won by FEU. When it's a drag them out kind of base, it seems like FEU has the advantage. If it's a, fire away, offensive onslaught kind of a game, Ateneo seems to have the advantage. And right now, FEU fighting for their UAP lives are responding, and with a 2-1 lead here in their final 4.
That's right. And we mentioned earlier how, in the set that Ateneo won, they dictated the pace. But in the last 2 sets, boom, it was more of a reactive Ateneo team rather than, really directing as they would usually do. And, with that, looking at the statistics, it's interesting how Ateneo actually still scored more when it comes to offense, 13 as opposed to only 9 of FEU. But if you look down, what mattered for FEU in that last set was the number of service aces they scored, 5 as opposed to 1 of Ateneo. And even more, yung consistency ng errors na nakukommit ng Ateneo, they gave away 10 points to FEU just like that.
9 kanina in the second set, 10 ngayon. So 19 errors in 2 sets, and those are the 2 sets.
That's number 4. FEU looking for
It ain't over until it's over.
that victory. And they get it done.
And Ateneo will look to tie
Cayuna, first to serve.
and send this to a 5th if they want to go straight to the finals. Remember, if we have a knockout game, it will happen on Wednesday.
Well, the thing for FEU is that, so they are in a good run today, but if you would look back at the first round encounter with Ateneo, it was a game that has actually stretched to 5 sets, boom. The first 2 of which they won, Ateneo, came back in the last 3 sets. So I guess the message there is that they have 2 sets now. They cannot blink at any point in this set. And they have to make sure yung pace, it's something that they don't let Ateneo control.
FEU has to think that if this goes to a fifth, they are at a disadvantage. So they have to finish it here. And again, like what I said in that last game against Basal when FEU is playing, it doesn't mean they can't win on the fifth. But of course, you don't want to bring back the confidence of your opponent. Kahit sino pa yan, KNU, or Lasal, or Ateneo. Ayaw mo bigyan ng kumpiyansa. And plays like that sometimes will fire up the team. Look at how perfect the set, the contact on the ball, as BDL pounds the pavement, and we're tied here in set number 4. Let's check in with with Sydney Crespo here for this report.
Bumanan, Ateneo started this game looking like a puzzle to be solved by FEU, but now the Lady Dams are showing more confidence to finish this familiar game. Coach George and the Lady Dams were also in a lighter mood in the recent huddle as he lets his players relax a bit before set number 4. Jel Payuna, who's had a great performance last game, still exhibits stability for Coach George Pasco. And when I asked Jel prior to this game what would be their edge over Ateneo, and she said, since the Lasal game, I know we are braver. Back to you, Bumanan.
Thank you very much. And they showed that in the last 2 sets, but now Ateneo fired up here in their comeback bid. They get the 2-point lead, 3, serving 1. That sails out. Remember, 19 errors in 2 sets. So that's the key figure for Ateneo. If they want to win here in set number 4, they got to keep those errors down, as we check in with Franny Reyes.
Earlier in that 3rd set, Captain Bea De Leon was rallying her teammates to have faith. She said, don't deny it, just go with it and breathe with it. I also saw Dina Wong, who was rallying her teammates for the first time. She's actually pretty quiet in the huddles, but now we're seeing the vets trying to lead their team to regroup, to remember their fundamentals and their roles, but most of all, the trust that they can do it. Coach O reminded them that they have to believe. They've already proven that they're worthy of being here in the Final Four, so now they have to believe it. The Final Four was a long time coming for Ateneo, and now they are fighting for their redemption for Season 18. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Franny. Fighting to come back here in this set and this match. They have the luxury of the twice-to-beat advantage.
But of course, if you're Ateneo, you would want to take this game today.
Yep. Then watch the battle tomorrow between UST and PLSU. UST with the twice-to-beat advantage in that matchup. Tomorrow is going to be equally crazy here at the Mall of Asia Arena as you look at the leading scorers for both teams on your screens. 4-2. Bongay goes cross from Kilio Dixon. Karantang unable to put it away. BDL unable to do that too. It is a point.
Double contact.
And a double on Sarina Karandang. So a 3-point lead here in set number 4.
No room to relax for the Lady Damaraos. Obviously, the Lady Eagles will try to get the set from them and will try to start off strong.
BDL, 5 serving 2. Wong able to pick it up. Tolentino recoils, reloads. Chance ball para sa Ateneo. Wong. Kay Manny naman binigay. And a little dip working and a 4-point lead early here in set number 4.
Wong trying to vary her plays.
That's smart. Very smart.
No
The
serving.
height advantage. Or I'm looking at the net right now of Maddie, Kat, and Pongay over Kayuna and Ginoo.
But they
Sa
have
net, ano?
the taller lineup.
Yeah, they
I
do.
mean, even look at the players at the bench.
On the
You're
attack.
right. Now this is a 5-point lead, the biggest for Ateneo here in set number 4.
It's interesting to see how the moods and the body language really shifts, because the FEU team that we're looking at now looks a bit different from, you know, the FEU players that won the last 2 sets.
And Ateneo looks fired up. Ronquillo finds a spot.
Ronquillo
They needed that.
stops the bleeding.
Elise Ronquillo off the bench today. So is this girl. They started with St. Domingo. This one is out though. Service error gives Ateneo a 5-point lead. Strong here at the Mall of Asia Arena on a Saturday, and it will be the venue for tomorrow's Final Four meeting between DLSU and UST. And DLSU needs to win twice over UST. UST, for the first time since season 73, gets the twice to beat advantage, which was also the last time they went to the finals, as a service ace is served up
Tolentino
by Coach O's team here. That's Cap Tolentino delivering the goods. Is zone 1 and a 6-point lead in set number 4.
Right now, FEU needs a vocal leader on the floor.
Not good enough. Wong picks it up. So Pongay recycles. Cayuna. Ronquillo has to send it over. Wong goes for the 1-2 and a 7-point lead here. Coach George has seen enough.
Kailangan mas aggressive tayo this set. Kailangan mas aggressive tayo kung gaano yung aggressiveness natin yung second at saka third. Mas complain natin ito. Huwag natin na napakawalan. Ganun lang tayo. Usap lang. Diba? Ano pinanalo natin kanina? Ano pinanalo natin? Is depensa. Bakit tayo bibitaw po? Malakas ang presa ng kalaban. Matibay ang block. So ano gagawin natin? Depensa ang patibayin natin. At saka huwag tayo bibitaw sa service receive. Para makapag-penetrate yung receive natin. Ha? Review.
The Estacios are in attendance. Jojos or Terrence. Marga and Isa. Of course, our channel head for Liga and Liga HD. Of course, we are also on SNA and SNA HD. We are live and we are at the 4th set. 10-3. What are your thoughts on Coach George Pascua's timeout?
Well, you know, right now, it's really going back to the basics. Yung sinasabi nga niya, no, aggressiveness, at binabalik niya sa depensa at first ball move, dahil that was something that helped them in the previous sets. And now, with, you know, the offense, even yung serves na binibigay sa kanila ng Ateneo, nakikita natin, nahihirapan ng Lady Damaraos.
And sabi niya, no, parang tumablay sila, no? Parang yung mga atake nila lumambot. And now, 2 straight points. Again, after a timeout, Coach George Pascua getting 2 straight points. The 7-point lead is down to 5. as Heather Ginoo, probably their best server, continues to do well from that section. And another good serve gives FEU back a free ball. Cayuna to Villarreal. Tolentino from behind. That's too low. 4 touches.
Not over. 4 touch. Violation. 1 point at a time for FEU. Coach George, some reminders on the sideline in terms of the right stance.
Of reception.
Sa
Receiving and digging. Back to basics, sabi mo nga. That drops in.
That's it. And look at Heather. Sabi niya, buti na lang. It seemed like it was sailing out.
There's no spin on the ball, though.
Good floater.
And right at the corner, no doubt about that. Again, Heather Ginoo, their best server, continues to fire bullets from that deck. Sent back. Pick up. Good reaction by Ateneo. Their 7-point lead is down to 3. They go back to their veteran. It's sent back to the FEU side. Buding will go to Elise. Checked
Back to you
by Maddie.
by Matayan.
Door was shut, and so was that rally.
Maddie making it easier for her team to score the point.
Check that, 11 serving 7. And a service error rather again by Ateneo, awarding FEU a point. So 7-point lead was the biggest in this set. It is down to 3. These FEU Lady Tamaraws, behind the brilliant coaching of Coach George Pascua, continues to fight. And the girls are really taking on the instructions of Coach.
And this is really good attitude, ano? Kung ikaw yung coach, nag-respond yung players mo.
Now it's the turn of Ateneo to try to respond to this run.
Timeout.
It's a 4-1 run.
Establish her first! Hindi kailangan perfect, basta may bigay mo sa kanya. Yes! Para mabago yung tempo eh. Tinutulak mo na kagad sa dulo eh. Di wala na tayong option.
Yes, nag-umpisa sa receiving ka. Sabi naman.
Pangalawa, pagka nandun bola, hindi ka pwede mag-drop ball na nag-aabol ka. Wala ka sa posisyon eh. Jump set and set. Hey, hey. Just be positive here. Hindi mo na kailangan, hindi nyo mataas lang yung bola. Patience, breathe, and then down.
Yes, okay lang yan. Come on. Yes, ito na yung big.
11-9 is our score. Hey, happy birthday, Doc. May 2. AJ Pareo,
Makailibre tayo ni Doc.
celebrate. Lalo na pag binati natin ng twice. Once in person, another on TV. Baka sakali. Timeout Ateneo. Let's see how they respond. They respond well
Matayan.
on the run and gun play for Maddie. Breaking that run. JRS Express best play of the game. Another example of a girl who came back from an injury. This is season 2. It's a good serve by Maddie. So Coach O calls a timeout, and they score 2 straight points. Breathing room.
And again, Coach George reminding his players, that was something he pointed out earlier, yung kanilang first ball.
Sing talaga eh. And again, it is wherever Elise Regilio is, that's where the serve is going. Wong, back to Kat. Oh, tinginan!
Tolentino. Back to
Kat Tolentino with the long ball. And it was right in between. They call that like a campfire, not a campfire effect. And two girls just look at each other. The ball bounces in between as Agudo and Negrito come back now for that 2-person substitution for FEU. Again, first ball. So, after that 4-1 run,
extends the
that
lead.
is answered by a 4-0 run by FEU. Sorry, by Ateneo. So it's back to 6-point lead as Coach George is begging his girls to focus here.
Ay, di kami payag na hindi kami kasama.
Good response by Malabanan. You know, Coach George was about to call a timeout.
Yes.
And then he said he changed his mind.
Because isang point na lang, ano, we'll go into the technical timeout, so we held it off.
And then Malabanan came up with an attack. So, good decision by Coach George again. A set Domingo we have not seen since the first set. Is back in the lineup here in set number 4, down 5, 15-10. Long opens to Samonte. Over receive. And BDL puts it away with authority.
What a wonderful gift, ang sabi ni BDL.
Timeout. FEU supporters in attendance here, they have the 2-1 lead, but Ateneo supporters are happy that they're up 6 here in set number 4. School spirit is through the roof, so to speak, here at the Mall of Asia Arena, and they show it with in different ways. They cheer, they dress up, they buy the merchandise of their school. That's what school pride means to them, and if you want to have the same stuff that you see all of these supporters are wearing, UAPstore.com is the place to be. Get your official licensed UAP merchandise. Follow UAP Store on Instagram and on Facebook. 16-10, Ateneo trying to force a set number 5. And another service ace for Dina Wong for the 7-point lead. It is back to what it was largest. It was a 10.
Kaya pag nag-coffee ka, tapos
Hey.
niya, paano din ang kape? Loading. Laki. Wala tayong hapunan nito. Ano ko ng ulam mo? Hindi na kanin doon, may dayo kami dyan. Ayun na lang mga konti na yung mga.
Nakalive ako eh.
Kay Jojo account yan?
Nga nakalive nga ako. Yun lang. Hey!
Loading nga. Hindi mo kinuha sinampay ko sa labas? Hindi ko lang. Natalasan na nga sila sa lasa nito.
Masay.
Hindi lang matanis daw.
Ano ba yan, Rudy?
Yung tamat eh. Sinati ko na lang dito sa messenger kasi ay may group kasi kami nag-leave kasi ako sa grupo namin eh. Tatlo na lang din kami. Si Rico, si Jan Rico, ako, tapos si Cesar, ay nag-leave din siya. Hindi ko nga alam. Asan na ba yun?
Ay, ano na wifi? Nakikiconnect lang po ako sa kapitbahay namin. Kaya po may na yung signal ng wifi nila.
Ay, may natira pa siya. Kahit itong condense. Sabi ko, pila tayong buko. Gawin tayong buko juice. Kahit yung tubod na lang, huwag na siyang haluan ng tubig. Sus. Bakit ganun kuya? Hindi ko na makita.
It's the last last summer after high school ends. Everyone asks, what are you going to do with your life now?
Phoebe, I was wondering if maybe you wanted to hang out.
No, come on, I'm not actually gonna go out with him. No, he's successful and he's hot. Gross.
One last summer. The last chance to go all in.
I wanted to see you before we both leave for school.
I gotta go.
I mean, what's there to lose, right?
Sorry po. Nakikiconnect lang po ko sa wifi ng kapitbahay namin.
19-11, that is the biggest lead of this set. The biggest lead actually was 12. That was in the first set. And again, just like in set number 1, the similarity is when Ateneo is keeping the errors down and keeping it on attack mode. They are
Worrisome for FEU, knowing that Ateneo is enjoying a 9, now a 10-point lead. And they can't seem to find a way to break this run from Ateneo. They're trying to find answers. They're trying to find, the right play to get through the blockers of Ateneo.
Negrito goes to Ginoo. And now, an 11-point lead. This is looking like the score line in that first set. So, you see now the similarities and the pattern actually that we were talking about. When it's a tight match and a slow match, FEU seems to have the advantage when it's a drag-out match. But when it's the short exchanges, counter-attacks, Ateneo winning the exchanges and winning the set too. Right now, they have matched their biggest lead of the whole game. To the delight of the parents, the supporters, and alumni of Ateneo at 23-11. And they're looking to extend this to a set number 5. And this year's season 81, they are 2-0 in 5-set matches. One of those was against, of course, FEU. FEU, a very good record in 5 sets this year. Actually, they've had the most number of 5-setters in season 81. They are 6-1 in the 5 sets. But that one is the loss to their final 4 counterparts. So that's an interesting wrinkle over there.
Right now, they find themselves in a place they don't want to be in. You look at their faces, and it seems like they don't have an answer in terms of, what it is they need to do.
Bongay puts it away. Unleashes a big one to give them set point.
Ateneo for the win.
The Lady Eagles now at set.
And we're a point away from a set number 5. And it is the captain.
Guys.
24-12.
Nice one.
The ball dropping behind Malabanan. And for FEU, something familiar. Another set number 5 for them. We will be back.
Sorry guys, nakikonnect lang kasi ako kanina sa wifi ng kapitbahay namin eh. Yan na naman, wala na naman siya.
So you see the pattern, and when you look at the set scores and then the time, 25-10, 25-12, Ateneo wins. 25-23, 25-22, FEU wins. But what's going to happen in set number 5? Your guess is as good as anybody's here. But as I said in that last match, everybody wins because we get more volleyball.
Exactly. So it's actually time well spent, watching these extended games. But, for both these teams and maybe for FEU, who, coming into this game, tinignan natin yung stats lamang dyan ng Ateneo. They have to be really focused here in the 5th set, Boom, because it's such a short set. There's actually no, so the luxury of time, it's not gonna be there.
Right.
And
so it's the 5th setter for FEU and the 3rd for Ateneo. As you look at the numbers and the errors, 19 in the sets that Ateneo lost, right? 10 and 9. They got it down to only 4 in this 4th set.
But the thing with FEU also in that set number 4, they only managed to put in 4 attack points.
On. It's too low.
It's too low, and they gave away 7 points to Ateneo.
They have put themselves in a position here to upset. They were ahead 2-1. This is a great
15 score lang naman yun. Oras nila 7:04.
position to be in if you're FEU, where the odds were against you. For Ateneo, what a great response in that set number 4 for them. To come back after obviously a disappointing 2 straight sets. To set up another 5th setter between these two teams that have met each other multiple times.
First to serve.
Especially in the Final Four. 3 straight.
Dina Wall.
The last 3 years. So here we go. 5th set live on SNA and on Liga. Ateneo, number 1. FEU, number 4. Tina Wong will get a start.
Same target.
It is Elise Ronquillo that they've been targeting from set number 1.
And with that, I think there has to be some adjustment in the position of FEU, or if not,
Oh, Ronquillo's telling Tina Wong, give me another one. He's pointing. But Ginoa takes this one. Malabanan. They're gonna call a net.
Catch and throw violation.
And BDL admits to that mistake as we go to Franny Reyes here at the start of the 5th set.
Bumanan, it looks like a fire has returned to Ateneo, and Tina Wong is a big factor to that. FEU was able to adjust to her plays in the earlier sets, so Tina answered back, distributing the ball better and making her plays more unpredictable. Tina is fueling her teammates, and we saw more evident middles as well. Everyone is back in fighting form. In this 5th set, the Lady Eagles need to be more mindful, and they need to be more persistent, because redemption is just a few points away. Back to you guys.
And your crowd, Franny, is back in it also after the 2nd and 3rd set na medyo natahimik dahil sa magandang inilaro ng FEU. Now, the momentum has shifted early here. 2-1. See who Jules Samonte will target this time. Go to Franny Reyes here at the start of the 5th set.
Bumanan, it looks like
Go back to Ronquillo.
returned to Ateneo, and Tina Wong is a big factor to that. FEU was able to adjust to her plays in the earlier sets, so Tina
Ronquillo with a good first ball. Combination play.
That touch.
And regardless of what happens, that is
because you see the response, ang bilis nung balik, ang bilis ng kung nakapuntos ang Ateneo, FEU would have an answer.
2-all. 5th set. Final 4. Tolentino. Cayuna reverses to Ginoo. This is where the veterans will have to come into play.
Sorry po, loading.
Ginoo will try again. Equiliana bumps it. Bongay cross court. Buding was there to dig. Cayuna jump set. Ronquillo. Long rally here in the 5th. Tolentino gets it through. 3-2 for Ateneo as we check in with Sydney Crespo.
Bumanan, the Lady now attacks are yet again here in the deciding set, which isn't new to the team. Coach George was quick and simple with his points, focusing on their service receive. He motivated his squad by preaching, "This is nobody's game now." Coach George only demands focus from his players and disregard the pressure from the crowd. Bumanan.
Ayun yun. The pressure from the crowd. You have to stay focused, as Coach George has been preaching. And again, they go back to the rookie. The eternal target today by Ateneo.
It's now the 5th set and they haven't changed their service target. And actually now we see a bit of adjustment in their formation on the side of FEU.
Coach Owen, obviously that was a game plan coming in ever since. Uding now taking the first ball. No coverage there, or at least slow coverage there for Ateneo. So FEU gets the point back. 3 will be serving 4. Now wrong foot si BDL. It's served by Sarina Carandang. Equiliana keeps it in play. FEU, who will Cayuna go to? Sa gitna, kay Ginoo. Nanggigil si Villarreal.
It was a great opportunity. Pero minsan pag nagmamadali ka rin, boom, there's a risk.
Can't blame her.
Now serving. Well, she was there.
And she wanted to surprise Ateneo. 5-3, Ateneo in the lead. Uding picks it up. Elise had to adjust. Samonte and the rookie. Unfazed. What an exposure for her, unfortunately for her injury. Valuable experience.
Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, this is the Final Four.
Low attack for Tolentino. So just like that, 2 straight points for FEU. Ties the ball game at 5-all, 2-all. Final Four.
I love how both these teams FEU trying hides the game. Their very best. Walang nagpapalamang ng malaki.
Ayaw kumakapit. Number 1 versus number 4. Ronquillo sends it over. Wong guy. Gets it. Cayuna takes a look. Run and gun. And FEU takes over the lead. In the 5th.
For FEU.
Oh. Man, it is tense in here at the Mall of Asia Arena.
Well, first set, boom, we didn't expect that it would go this way.
Right.
But, this is quality Final Four matches na talagang worth watching.
What a serve by Heather. And what a reaction by both Cayuna and Villarreal. 4-0 run. And Coach O will call a timeout.
Timeout. Lady Eagles.
Nakapansin tayo, bakit? Yung transition of defense natin, nagtutuga ba mahina yung bola eh. Mahina yung bola. We have no one-on-one versus. Huwag madali sa kami.
Ateneo was 5-3 up. And FEU battled back with this girl serving again. And a 4-0 run to get them in the lead 7-5. Oh, and that is what timeouts sometimes really, that's what it does. It just breaks the server's momentum and rhythm. So now 1-point lead with Bongay Gaston on deck. What a game. More than 11,000 people being treated from really good Final Four match between Ateneo and FEU. You know, Duremdes will chase. Elise, the rookie. Somonte will give it to Gaston behind safely.
No luck in that attempt. Now Cayuna has to make both Villarreal and Roquillo work in front.
Ang dalaga pa yun.
Siya sila sa Boracay.
Ano pala silang Boracay?
Yes,
Guwapa, no?
Ang tawag sa convoy. Tumboy na biya tawag takot.
Run and gun attack again. Saved by Wong. Chance ball for FEU. Cayuna goes to the air. And you know the defense is scrambling on the other side. You have to attack faster. What a save by Wong and what a decision by Cayuna.
Ayaw, puti-puti. Pagod yan.
Ay, ano na? Umaya ka na mag-loading. Pagtapos na yung laban.
7 by the slimmest. Of margins. Chance of FEU on one side, the chance of
Pasud Canton.
one big fight. Bellowing.
Sa heater siya nagluto.
Anong tao?
Down. Onquillo with a safe serve. Good anticipation by Villarreal. Chance ball here for FEU with a 2-point lead. The push. Samonte. Returned. Madayag with the dump, and they're going to call a foul. Yes, they're going to call a lift on Manny by James Oliver Moore. Our first referee, Coach O, does not complain, and so Samonte. Wong reverses. Madayag, run and gun. Buding absorbing the power of that attack. Tolentino from behind. Cayuna. Malabanan. The chase by Samonte. And FEU with a 4-point lead. And Coach O might call a timeout here. Coach O will call a timeout after this 4-0 run by FEU.
Timeout, Lady Eagles.
Yung pabalik na bola, nagugulat tayo. Panidepensa nila, Pages sa agad. Ball awareness right away.
Kaya yan na trio. Huwag kayong papatalo sa FEU na top 4. Imbis ka maperde ka mo, ka mo may...
Okay, go, now. Adi, okay. Dito ka man galing. Okay. Pero ito ang gagawin mo, kulang. Okay, nandito ka. You have to take risk. Come on.
Bakit ba?
Okay. Oh, huwag kang mag-hesitate. Pag binigyan sa'yo power, hindi ko cover tayo. Pero kailangan, lapit mo yung paa mo sa bola. Eh, dito yan. And then, target ito. Ito yung pinapractice ko eh.
Malayo pa. Kaya natin yan.
Asking and believe. Believe. Come on.
Kaya nyo yan. Hindi mo na kaya.
2 sets all, 11-7. FEU's favor in a 4-0 run. Coach
Down to the
Oliver
last
Armando
few
on your
rallies
screens.
of the match.
Final four,
Onquillo.
twice to the and FEU extend this series. Ronquillo with a great serve. The rookie delivering at the most highly pressure-packed moment of the game. And it is now a 5-0 counter run by the team from Moraita.
And this is a good way to really showcase how, teamwork is really coming into play for FEU. Kanina, it was just really Heather. But now everyone is contributing.
Malabanan gets the check ball.
Off the block.
13-7. The FU gallery is going nuts here at the Mall of Asia Arena.
Substitution. Ateneo. Raja Maraginon.
Team with the most number of Final Four appearances at 22. 2 points away from giving us a knockout Wednesday. Access denied by the former captain. And Coach George calls a timeout.
It's not yet over, sabi ng Ateneo.
Walang isang katawan ng kamay na. Ngayon, dito ka Modesto, para makuha mo yung gitna. Dito ka. Dito yung receive natin first para makuha. Kung hahabol man to, pahabol yung middle block ng kalaban. Maluwanag. Okay, let's go.
11 years in the men's division, 4 championships, a 3-peat, something he has in common with Coach O. Second year, the women's coach made it straight to the finals last year, lost in a sweep against LaSalle. But today, his team is 2 points away from at least extending their lives and their season. And they're looking to do it in dramatic fashion too. Right now, though, it is Ateneo serving 8-13, and they go to Ronquillo again. Maraginon. Samonte over the blockers. Cayuna to the graduating Malabanan. Reverse to Tolentino. Wooding will set it to Heather. Bongay was there. De Leon. Nice save. No, they're not going to allow it. They're saying it's 4 touches, says Oliver Mora. At match point. The specialist at match point.
Match point. Lady Tamaraos.
We are in the midst of a 7-1 FEU run. Carly delivers. Chance ball for FEU. Bump set. Malabanan. Tolentino keeps it alive. That is out. That is out. And knockout Wednesday is Negrito, Gino. Then there you. Lives.
Definitely a well-deserved win for the Lady Duck.
Bukas guys, magla-live din ako bukas. Paki-follow na lang po ako.
combination of scores there. And a 15-8 finish here in the 5th set. FU finishes with a 9-1 run, believe it or not, to stymie the Ateneo Lady Eagles and force a knockout Wednesday. Ateneo, of course, with the twice-to-beat advantage.
Paki-follow na
And
lang
that
po
is
ako.
their advantage that they have, that they are going to carry to that Wednesday matchup. 5-setter again for FU, something that they're very familiar with.